Let's talk about the Ravens' loss to the Washington Commanders in preseason and give my takes. What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to TTB Ravens Media, bringing you Ravens content every single day. If you want to see that daily Ravens content, make sure to the subscribe button down below. Hit the notification bell as well if you're going to be notified every single time I upload a brand new video. Now, in this video today, going to be giving my quick analysis of the game against the Washington Commanders. It's Tuesday. Joshua and I usually put out our podcast episodes on Wednesday or Thursday. The Ravens play again on Saturday. It's going to be a quick turnaround, so I'm going to try and get these videos out fast. There's not going to be a lot to talk about in this video. First off, obviously, the streak is over. Oh, no. It sucks. Like, I'm not going to sit here and be like, doesn't matter at all. It was a fun streak. I enjoyed being able to talk the talk. But it's over. Oh, well, we move on. It's preseason. It's not that unfortunate. But if you guys want more in-depth thoughts, I did have a live stream last night. I just kind of want to summarize my thoughts from that into a quicker video. It'll probably be relatively fast. But let me know in the comment section down below your guys' big thoughts on this game. My first thing is Zay. As many times as you want to say it, Zay Flowers. Oh my gosh. I think the Ravens have done it. I think they've gotten their guy. I mean, they've taken so long for them to, get that first round wide receiver, get that star wide receiver. And he looks so fluid. There are some players, right, where they just know what they're doing in all aspects. They know what they're doing with their legs, their hips, their torso, their arms, their head. They just have full control of their body. And not everybody has that. Lamar has that, right? Barry Sanders had that. Gale Sayers had that. Obviously more recent guys, I think someone like Tyreek Hill has that. Zay Flowers looks to me, when he is running routes, every single thing that he is doing looks perfectly fluid. And it's just like Lamar Jackson, where Lamar's running and everyone else looks like they're running at half speed. Not necessarily because Lamar's faster than everybody. I think that's a big misconception with Lamar Jackson. Lamar Jackson is not as fast as people think. Now, is he one of the fastest quarterbacks of all time? Yes. But people talk about him like, he's running 4.2. He's not. He's probably a 4.3 guy, which, again, very fast. But his top speed probably is slower than Michael Vick's. Lamar Jackson, what he's great at is he's incredibly quick in the way he moves his body. Nobody else, it looks like everyone's in slow motion because of the way he moves. Zay Flowers looks the same way when he's after the catch and when he's running his routes. It's like everyone else is so hesitant to get close to him. And for a fast and quick wide receiver, that's a huge benefit. I think that's something that differentiates him with Hollywood Brown. Hollywood's probably faster than Zay Flowers was, but Zay demands more respect off of the line of scrimmage, and that's because Zay Flowers is able to beat you with his routes and get over the top, and people are worried about that, but they also just don't know how to cover him. And so he's able to stop, and just like Hollywood did this too, get those quick receptions, right? But the thing about Hollywood was he didn't know exactly what he was doing with his body, right? He would kind of run and then he'd dive on the ground. Zay Flowers knows exactly what he's doing. He's able to make a man miss. I think every time he's caught a football this year, he's made a guy miss, at least one. And he gets that reception on Emmanuel Forbes, that first reception of the game, and it's, a 4 or 5 yard, just quick dump off, catches it, looks, just wiggle right by. He knew exactly what he was doing. As soon as he caught that ball, he was moving. Gets to that next guy, spins. Guy ended up holding onto his foot. It was a great tackle. Gets about 11-yard first down. Then on the touchdown, it's just like he's open. It's kind of a busted coverage. But right when he catches it, it's immediate turn up field. Defender is there, right? And he's just able to slow down and hesitate a little bit, get by him, and then there's two defenders right here, and he just goes, whoop. And it looked like he lost zero momentum, zero speed, but everyone else looked like they were moving in slow motion for him running up the field. That's very rare. I don't think we were able to see that in college nearly as much because of the offense that he was in and he was hindered. And again, I'm going to have to live with my reaction video till the day I die. It will always be up on this channel. I wasn't very excited about the pick. I was wrong. I'm already going to be saying that. I wanted Jordan Addison. I wanted Joey Porter Jr. I'm already saying I don't care how good those guys end up being. I was wrong. I should have been more ecstatic when we got Zay Flowers because this dude's legit. Outside of Zay Flowers now, because oh my goodness, I feel like I've been talking about him at least weekly with how he's performed in games and camp and things like that. I do actually. We're mentioning one more thing on Zay Flowers. Right when he left the game, he was immediately recognized as like, oh wow, the Ravens are now struggling to pass. That's how big of an impact he had. And that's without Bateman. That's without Odell Beckham Jr. It was just like, oh wow, we no longer have someone we can go to. That's valuable right there. Because a lot of times when we had Hollywood, it was like, even when Hollywood was out there, it felt like we still couldn't move the ball. When Zay Flowers is out there, it's like, dude, just get in his hands and you're going to have success. That's what it feels like. But outside of that, now I'm done talking about Isaiah. Or not Isaiah, but Zay Flowers. Tight ends. Tight ends looked really good. I love the seam routes. Todd Monken was calling. You know, that's something I can definitely see out of Isaiah likely, Big Zay, and Mark Andrews. The way he utilized the two tight end sets, I thought it was really well done. Very excited to see how that works out with the starters that are better pass catchers than Vokalek and Charlie Kohler, but they both did a very good job. They're absolutely fighting for a roster spot right now, and they're both playing very well. Like we saw a decent quarterback play out of Josh Johnson, but I just don't think Tyler Huntley's losing that job. As much as Todd Monken may like Josh Johnson, he's a smart quarterback. He knows what he's doing. I think Josh Johnson is a perfect practice squad guy, as is potentially Anthony Brown, keeping them both because someone could scoop up Josh Johnson, but I don't think we're keeping three quarterbacks. They did end up looking pretty good, but you know, what can you do? And then on the defensive side of the ball, just another really good performance from Ardarius Washington. I think that's really the kind of the final guy I want to key in on because this preseason, he has absolutely been the standout player so far. He has been out there just about as much as anybody else, and he's making tackles. He's making passes defended. I mean, that play at the end of the game saved the game. Now, obviously, the Ravens didn't end up winning, but that incompletion that he forced was an incredible play. It's a great pass by Jake Fromm, and he ends up like throwing his like elbow or arm in as he's bringing down the ball, and it punches it out forward, and then he's able to go down to make the tackle just in case somebody else was able to go out there and, you know, didn't call it incomplete. He still makes the tackle. At his size, the things that he is able to do, he's not only, I think, locking up a roster spot, I think he's locking up snaps. I think you have to get this guy out on the field on Sundays to see what he can do in, you know, against first team, you know, players. Well, he looked very good once again. And he was somebody that was, again, I'll talk about this every single time. When you were looking at that draft class that he was in and those safeties, right? The number one guy was Trayvon Merrick. And then a lot of people had Javon Holland. Some people had the guy, Andre Sisco out of Syracuse, Ravine Diablo. I'm trying to remember all the names. Ardarius was seen as like a fourth round pick. He was just undersized, and he ended up going undrafted. He was the number one player to go undrafted on most people's big board. The Ravens scooped him up, and it was like, all right, we need this guy. We need this guy. We need this guy. Now we do, and he's playing exactly how we need him to play. And that's very rare right now in the secondary. He's been able to be on the field, stay on the field, and make plays. That's what I value in the defense. That's what I value with him. I think that's why he's locking down a spot on this roster. But let me know in the comment section down below your guys' thoughts and opinions on this game. Again, kind of wanted to do a quick recap and my thoughts on it. Sucks to lose, but it's great to watch Zay Flowers go out there and dominate once again. Thank you all so much for watching. Subscribe for daily content, and I'll see all of you again tomorrow.